In a previous lecture, we have discussed switch type analog phase detector. In a switch type analog phase detector, there are two limitations. There are two drawbacks of the circuit. One drawback is the output is proportional to the strength of the input signal. As a result, the loop gain of the phase detector depends upon the input signal. This is the one drawback. Second drawback is output is proportional to cos phi. So there is a non-linear relation between the output of the phase detector to the phase difference or phase angle phi. Actually, it is desired output should proportional to the phase angle phi. These are the two difficulties. First difficulty, output proportional to the strength of the input signal. Second difficulty, output proportional to cos phi. Both the difficulty are removed in a balanced modulator circuit. Both the drawback or limitation of switch type analog phase detector can be removed by converting input signal into the square wave with a constant amplitude. Listen again. Both the drawback of a switch type analog phase detector can be removed by converting input signal into the square wave with a constant amplitude. So I am drawing here the circuit diagram of a balanced modulator circuit. It's a very easy. See here how I am drawing. Just see keep a watch the way of drawing. This is I am showing you differential pair of the transistor. Here I am showing you. Here I am taking the output voltage. This is your RL. Okay. Here I am showing you here's the one transistor I am showing you. Here I am giving the input signal Fs with respect to the base of another transistor. Look here. Both ammeter are coupled. Here also I have to show differential pair of the transistor I am showing you here. Here I am connected plus VCC. Carefully observe what I did. See, this is I am giving the input signal to the base of Q1 with respect to base of Q2 and of a transistor of a differential pair of a transistor Q3 Q4 and Q5 Q6. Both are joined. Look again. I am giving, or you can say the input signal is given to the base of transistor Q1 with respect to Q2 of a differential pair of the transistor Q3, Q4 and Q5, Q6. See, both base of the transistor are joined. Now, from this, I am taking one jumper here, like this, and I am giving you here, this is your output of, you can say, here is the output of VCO is connected. Then let me write FO here, VO. This is your FS, means VS. Now, remember Q4 is connected to, here Q4 is connected to the collector of transistor Q6 and Q5 is connected to the collector of transistor Q5. Look here, the Q4 means collector of the Q4 is connected to the collector of the Q6, collector of the Q5 is connected to the collector of Q3. You are taking the output voltage, I am taking the output voltage I am taking a collector of Q3 with respect to the collector of Q6. This current is, let me say, IQ. This is your IQ. This is IE. See, what is the way I have drawn the circuit? Look here. First I have drawn this differential pair. This emitter couple I have connected to the transistor Q1. Second differential pair, this emitter is connected to transistor Q2. I have given the input signal to the base of Q1 with respect to Q2. The Q4 and Q4 base are joined. Base of Q3 and Q6 are joined. The output of the VE means output of phase detector is measured at collector of Q3 with respect to the collector of Q6. The input is given to the base of transistor Q1 with respect to the base of transistor Q2 of a differential pair of a transistor Q3, Q4 and Q5, Q6. Now I am showing you, yes, these two transistors work as a SPDT switch. It is assumed that the signal Vs and Vo are sufficiently high to make the transistors on or off. Now see the timing diagram of input and output waveform during the phase phi. I am showing you phase phi. The Vs during the, there is a phase shift phi between the input signal Vs, this signal, and the Vo. During this time interval, which one? Pi minus phi. Vs is positive and Vo is positive. During pi minus phi, remember what is positive? Vo and Vs. Look here now. Vs and Vo both is positive during pi minus phi. As a result, You can say this is positive, this will conduct, it is in forward bias, Q3 is in forward bias, current flow is maximum. This is positive, current flow is maximum, output at this collector of Q3 is very low. See, during this time interval, which one? This time interval, this pi minus phi. This transistor and transistor Q1 and Q3 both are in forward bias, so conduction is large in Q3. As a result, voltage at the collector of Q3 is very low, and low voltage at the collector of the Q3 is given by minus IE into RN. So that I am showing you here. This is your minus IRN. Now I have told you the voltage VO and VS is sufficiently high to drive the transistor on and off. So listen again. During this time interval, your transistor Q1 and Q3 in forward bias, so current passing to the transistor Q3 is large. As a result, output voltage at the collector of Q3 is low, and that value is minus IERN. So that I am showing you minus IERN. Now during this phi, Vs is positive, means Q1 is positive, this is given to the Q1, and VO is what? Negative. VO is given to the Q3. So Vs is positive, transistor Q1 will conduct, you can see here, this is positive, transistor Q1 will conduct and Q3 does not conduct because this VO is negative. VO is negative during phi time interval, VO is negative. As a result, Q3 does not conduct. But this is positive, so this will conduct. So this does not conduct, so voltage at the collector of Q3 is maximum. Is maximum value I am writing is equal to plus IERN. So that voltage I am showing you in a timing diagram. This is your plus IERN. This is your interval pi minus phi. This is your phi interval. In this way you can get the voltage for a consecutive square pulse. Listen again. During the pi minus phi, both the transistor Q1 and Q3 is in forward bias. Q1 will conduct, Q3 will conduct. So current passing to the Q3 is large. So voltage at the collector of Q3 is very low. That voltage VO return, VE is nothing but the minus IRF. During the phi, the only Vs is positive, VO is negative. So VO is negative, VO given, that is the output of VCO given to the Q3. So Q3 is in reverse bias, Q1 is in forward bias, Q3 is in reverse bias, transistor does not conduct. So collective voltage at the Q3 is maximum. That maximum value I have written plus IRN. So average value of the output voltage from 0 to pi is the area covered by these two. So it is area of these two, average value. So I can write 1 upon pi. Area is, this value is pi minus phi, and this value is II into RL plus A1. This value is phi, and this value is plus IRL, The average value of the output of the phase detector, I can write like this, can be calculated by the area of the graph. It is output voltage 1 upon pi minus IRL into phi plus IRL into phi plus phi into IRL. So I can write it is your 1 upon pi 2 IRL minus IRL into pi. So I am writing this value. This is phi I have to write. IRL common 2 phi upon pi minus 1. This is the average value of the phase detector, output of the phase detector. 2 pi upon pi minus 1. I is nothing but you can write 2IQ. So I can write 2IQ into RL 2 phi upon pi minus 1, or I can write 4IQ into RL phi upon phi minus pi by 2, or I can write pi I have taken common, 2 is common. So it is K phi into phi minus pi by 2, where K phi is known as a conversion ratio. It is phase angle to voltage conversion ratio. Voltage conversion ratio. So this equation shows that, look here, this equation shows that error voltage is proportional to phi. So both the problem is overcome. In balanced modulator circuit, both the problem is overcome, because output does not depend upon the input signal, output proportional to the phi. You can plot a graph of output voltage versus phase angle, and it is linear. See, I am drawing the graph of V versus phi. We know the equation V is nothing but the IRL into 2 phi upon pi minus 1. If phi is 0, then output voltage is minus IRL. If phi is pi by 2, V is 0. If phi is pi, then V is plus IRL. So if you plot the graph of you will getting like this. This is your 0. For 0 it is negative. How much negative? Minus IRL. For pi by 2, output is 0. For pi, output is, this is your IRL, this is your minus IRL. So there is a linear phase relation between the phase detector output and phi. You can see here, from 0 phase output is negative, at pi by 2 0, at pi positive, linear phase relation. In a balanced modulator circuit, both the problem of the switch type analog phase detector circuit is overcome. This equation shows that there is a linear relation between the output and phase angle phi, and output does not depend upon the strength of the input signal. This is we have discussed about the balanced modulator analog type phase detector circuit. Just quick revision I am doing. This is your balanced modulator circuit. If you draw 3-4 times this circuit, then you can remember. The two problems you are facing in a switch type analog phase detector: output proportional to strength of the input signal, and output proportional to strength of the input signal, and second, it is non-linear relation, output proportional to cos phi. Both the problem can be removed by converting the input signal in square wave with a fixed amplitude. This is done in a balanced modulator circuit. The circuit diagram of balanced modulator is shown in figure. Here, input signal is given to the base of Q1 with respect to Q2 of a differential pair of transistors Q3, Q4 and Q5, Q6. Output you are taking at the collector of Q3 with respect to the collector of Q6. You are giving the VCO to the base of transistor Q3 and Q6. Look here, I am showing you the timing diagram. The timing diagram of the balanced modulator circuit is as shown in figure. During this phasing interval, transistor Q1 and Q3 in forward bias. So current passing to Q3 is maximum, so output is negative. During the phi, you can say only your Q1 is in forward bias, Q3 in reverse bias. This is given to the base of Q3 as Q3 in reverse bias, so output is maximum. That maximum output is given by this. Now average value is given, can be calculated by this equation. So this area I have written, this multiply with this multiply with this, that I have written here, and I have simplified this. You are getting this equation. This shows that V proportional to phi. There is no Vs, no input signal. So both the problem is overcome. Now this is a voltage conversion ratio 4IQ upon RL upon pi. It is a phase angle to voltage conversion ratio. So I am plotting the graph of V versus phi. So from this equation you can say, you put the different value of phi, you will get the VE different, and you can plot like this. There is a linear relation. Now I am discussing digital phase detector. Exclusive OR gate can be used as a digital phase detector. We know that in a exclusive OR gate can be used as a digital phase detector. The output of the exclusive OR gate is high when both the input are at different level. Exclusive OR gate can be used as a phase detector when both the input are square wave. The input and output waveform of a digital phase detector using a exclusive OR gate is shown in the figure. I am showing you here I am showing the see, this is your Fs, this is your Fo. You can see here in the diagram, the Fs is leading by phase phi compared to Fo. So during this time interval, your one of the input is high and another input is low. We know that when both the input of the exclusive OR gate are at different level, then output is high. So here during this time interval, this is your 1, this is your 0 level, so output is high. So I will draw the output waveform in this circuit is high. during this time. During this time, both the input are at the same level, so my output of the circuit is 0. Output of the circuit is 0. Again, when both are at a different level, you get your output. Again, when are both different level, you get your output. So this is the output of the your digital phase detector. Digital phase detector exclusive OR gate can be used when both the input are square wave, and here Fs is equal to Fo. Here Fs is equal to Fo, and you can say Fs is leading by phase phi compared to the Fo. So during this time interval, the Fs is high, Fo is low, so output is large, because for exclusive OR gate, when both the input are at different level, output is high. So with this, I can draw the output waveform as shown in figure. So this shows that as phi increases, the output voltage increases. From 0 to pi phase, the output increases. From pi to 2 pi, output decreases. So I can plot the graph in this way. See, if you want to plot the graph, I am showing you graph like this. This is output. See, at 0 means what? For 0 means, for your understanding, phi 0 means this is your Fs and this is your Fo. So output is 0. When phase phi increases like this is your Fs and this phi difference increases, your output increases. And when it becomes pi means this is called pi. So this is, you can see there is a phase difference is phi is nothing but the pi. So when phase difference phi is pi, then output is maximum nearly VCC. If your VCC is 5 volt, I can write 5 volt. When phase increases, again from pi to 2 pi, output voltage decreases. At 2 pi 0, 2 pi means like this. 2 pi means this is called 2 pi, same phase. So it's very clear, as the phase from 0 it is increases, this increases, then your voltage increases. At pi, voltage is maximum. When from pi to 2 pi, voltage decreases and becomes 0. So there is a linear relation between the output voltage and phase from 0 to pi and from pi to 2 pi. What is the voltage conversion ratio? The conversion ratio K phi is nothing but the 5 upon pi, means for pi radian output voltage is 5, for unit radian how much? So you will get 1.29 volt per radian. So this is your discussion of digital phase detector. It is very simple. Last time I am telling you a few important lines. Exclusive OR gate can be used as a digital phase detector. In this digital phase detector, one input, the input Fs is given to the pin number, any one input pin. Output of the VCO is given to the input pin number 2, and output is measures. Okay, this is used when both the input are square wave. This is a square wave I have shown, both the input are square wave, Fs is leading by phase phi with Fo. So we know that both the input are at different level, you will get your output. So during this time interval, both are at different level, you will get the output that I am showing you. During this time interval, both are in same level, so output is 0. So in this way, you can get your output. And as phase phi increases, the output voltage increases. As phase from 0 to pi, you can say voltage increases and become maximum. From pi to 2 pi, voltage decreases and becomes 0. From the slope of this graph, you can find the conversion ratio. It is of the order of 1.29 volt per radian. Here is your end of the lecture.